Hello. Today we are going to make our own apple cider vinegar. So stay tuned. And I am here to empower you with knowledge of non-toxic living, helping you to make easy, cost-effective changes for yourself and your family, providing you with the tools needed to make life healthier naturally. And today we are going to make our own apple cider vinegar. And this is just so simple. I cannot believe how simple this is. And you don't have to have a mother to start off with, but when we're creating this, we will create the mother to make it easier for the next time that you make it. So this is what we're going to do. Since we're making apple cider vinegar, I have 4 organic apples. I've already washed them. And then all I need to do is cut them up. And then I have a half a cup of sugar and filtered water. Now you want to use filtered water if all possible. If you live in the city or anywhere where it has chlorine or some sort of chlorophyll in the water, you want to make sure that you allow that to dissipate. And the best way to do that is to pour your water and boil it. Because boiling it will boil off the chlorine vapors. If you don't do that, the chlorine will affect the way this ferments. It won't ferment as well. So you definitely need filtered water or chlorine-free water. If I could talk today. But what we're going to do is we're going to just chop up our apples. I'm going to leave the center. The only thing I'll take out is any loose seeds and the stem. But I'm just chopping them up into small chunks. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, simple. Keep it simple. You know, just chop up the apples. And you're going to put them in your nice clean jar, which, I cleaned and sterilized the jar before I started this process. But that's to make sure that you don't get the wrong type of bacteria into your mixture. The goal is to, you don't have to fill up the jar. You just want to have a good amount and then have enough water to kind of cover that amount or allow that amount to be pushed under the water. And I'll show you what I'm talking about as I do this. But in case you didn't know, apple cider vinegar is a type of fermentation and very simple to do almost anywhere. In the summertime, it won't take as long, but it may take a little longer in the winter. So if your timing doesn't work out as the same as my timing, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Just trust yourself. So I have my apples cut up. And as you can see, it goes into about half of the jar. So I am going to pour the water over this. And I like to pour my sugar in before I pour all of the water. And it just kind of helps stir things up. There we go. That's half a cup of sugar. And then I'm just going to pour the rest of the water. There you go. And as can see the apples float to the top, but that is okay. And then what we're going to do, I forgot my spoon. There we go. I'm going to kind of stir this up just a little bit. And then make sure that the apples are well, are able to go under the water. But they're going to float up, and that is okay. What you're going to do is you're going to cover this up with a good cloth, because you don't want bugs, you don't want dust and debris in it, but you want it to be able to breathe. And then most of the time I use a rubber band, but I couldn't find any of my good rubber bands. So I'm just going to use some cotton yarn. And it's that simple. So it's covered up, and daily you will pull the cover off. And then you'll want to make sure that you put the apples that are on top, make sure that they go under the water, and stir it up really well. And then after a few days, you'll start seeing things bubble, and that's how it's starting to ferment. And this should take probably about a month, maybe even a good 6 weeks in the wintertime. But what you'll see is this fermenting, bubbling to the top, and that's okay. You'll continue to stir it to make sure that your apples on top get underneath the water. And you'll do that each day, and over time you'll start smelling a beer type smell, because that's the fermentation, and then it'll go vinegary, and then we will start testing it. But that's all that you need to do today, and this is the start of apple cider vinegar. I will come back when this is ready to show you more. I forgot to mention one thing. What you want to do is you want to have a piece of paper and label what it is and when you started it. And that way you can keep track of what you're doing and how long it's taking. So don't forget to label. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up. If you like it, leave in the comment section below any comments that you have. And this is the start of apple cider vinegar. I'll see you again soon. Bye.